Hey guys, how are we doing today? I'm George and welcome back to a brand new video. And for today is going to be the Swindon Sound Criminal on my channel, guys. And yes, we are in the January transfer window as we speak. And I am looking for a new goalkeeper, and I'm looking also for a few players that you guys suggested as well. If you guys didn't see, if you guys suggested some players and I haven't gone for them, I looked at them and I thought they're unfortunately not in my budget or whatever reason. And I've got to kind of take into consideration now is that the fact that since I did this save very, very early on, like I did it in, the early access, obviously player potential is going to be different from then to now. So the players that are good now in the recent update may not be as good as the one as the early access guys. Do you know what I mean? We do set out Ellis Orlando and I think Jordan Young out on loan. We are looking to get a new right winger. He can play at striker as well, Jonathan Lako as well, so that was kind of like my idea, and plus I can play him at cam as well, and obviously I can play him at right wing, so whenever I kind of feel like it, I can do that. We did go in for Liali because I felt like he'd be a good player at the time. I decided to go against it because I didn't really want to spend 17,500 on like a week on wages, so I decided to go for the main guy that everyone seems to go for in career modes, and it kind of makes it easier for me to do this because he's young, he's got good potential, and I feel like that's the best option for me to go. Because, that's just the way it goes. Obviously, the likes of Lawrence Figueroa is going to be injured for 3 months, so I like to, I of course want to, use Will Henry in that, but I felt like I needed like a goalkeeper that is going to be a better potential than Figueroa and it can come in straight away, rather than wait until the end of the season. So I wanted to go in for the Belgian goalkeeper. I think his name's like Slivar or something. If you guys can pronounce it in the comments, let me know. But our first game of today's episode is going to be at home against Rochdale. Going into this game, we wasn't really, it's a tough one because like I know I always kind of like mutter my words, but I'm basically trying to explain something that I'm just not quite getting myself. Obviously, I know we are top of the table by 4 points. We've only lost 3 games this season, and every time I go into a game, I feel like, am I going to win this game? Am I not going to win this game? And I just kind of get a little bit panicky, I guess, because changing the squad every game doesn't really help matters. That's why it's nice to get squad depth and stuff like that, which is difficult with the financial we have at the moment. But hopefully, when we bring more players in the January transfer window, everything should be okay. But we start off really well here as Jastik Kassim gets the ball here to find Dolberg, who is pretty much going to be our main striker since Obika is going to be probably injured anyway. I kind of spoiled it for you guys already. But we do make it 1-0 though, as we basically... Who scored that? Was that the main man? The main man Obika? Yeah, the main man Obika actually scored. I believe it was Obika who scored anyway. Pretty certain it was. To make it 1-0. But obviously Dolberg's the main man anyway, I guess. Because he's obviously like a higher overall. Although I like to use Obika because he's he's actually a real life Swindon Town player. Does kind of make it a little bit better for me. But Rochdale we'll try and get back into it. They had a shot just go past the post there, and it's still 1-0 to the Swindonians. But we do get they get another chance actually there. But we do try and clear it out, but we can only really get it as far as their midfielder. He basically just passes it. Turns, shoots, but it's a very, very good save by Henry once again. And to be honest, for a 48 rated goalkeeper, he's doing really, really well. He's doing really, really well in real life as well. You guys will be the judge of that. I personally think he's, a very, very good backup goalkeeper, and I hope he can be one for the future as well. But we do go in at 1-0 half-time. We played okay in this game, I felt like we kind of dominated when we needed to and stuff like that, which kind of helped matters, I guess. We do make a couple of substitutions as well because I felt like freshen the game up a little bit would help us, but I did kind of spoil it, and Obika does go down injured once again. He obviously just come back from injury, and I think this might have been his first start back from injury. I know I brought him on last game. I think he was fit last game. Well, he had he could have played it for a few minutes, but he got injured once again, which is a massive shame because it's like now I need to probably look for a new striker, and the fact that I want Norris and D'Alfonso gone from the club, would say otherwise. But Murray makes it 2-0 there in the 62nd minute. A very, very lovely ball across goal to find Murray from Boo to make it 2-0. And I was very, very happy. We were quite comfortable, to be honest. and we were looking for the third. And obviously Luke Norris hasn't actually scored, as far as I'm aware, in this career mode. Does go through here, and he will take a shot, and he will find the bottom left-hand corner to get it. Well, I'm pretty sure it's his first goal of the season, and to make it 3-0, and that's how the game ends, guys. So we're in a bit of a predicament at the moment, because obviously if the Abika injury is big, then do I sell Norris or D'Alfonso? You never know. Like it's going to be difficult, because if I do that, that means I only have Dolberg, Emre Moore, and then I have to rely on the likes of Hilton and Stewart and that, which won't really help me at all, really. But you will see the injury update just now, and he will be out for a very, very big 7-month injury. An ACL injury he's going to be out for. Massive, massive blow for us, because 7 months is a very, very long time, and he's obviously going to miss the rest of the season and the start of of the other season. But I felt like at the time I needed to strengthen and get rid of players I didn't want. So I didn't need D'Alfonso. I didn't want Norris either. And I know that, you think, hang on a sec, Norris just scored his first goal. Like, why are you selling him? Like, I never got on with him, and I still don't to this day. Although he scored a goal, it doesn't really matter. And it wasn't really a significant goal. We just won 3-0. We just got the third goal. Like, it wasn't like an important goal or anything. But we go into this game here against Bristol Rovers, and, I was thinking, coming back off, the 3-0 win, I was like, yeah, that's really, really good. But obviously, we are, lacking in John Abika. So you will probably see over the course of a couple of episodes, I will change the formation around a little bit, just so I can kind of utilise the players the best that I possibly can in the positions that I've actually got in strength and numbers. Obviously, the main one would be the striker position, because if Norris and D'Alfonso go, then that only leaves me with probably really 2 decent options in Dolberg and Emre Moore. The rest is not really that good, so I may have to play one up front in the end, depending on fixture lists and stuff like that. But we do take on Bristol Rovers here. Obviously, I guess it's a local derby still. Like, it's not as big as Oxford, but it's still a local derby in my opinion. Probably the lesser of the derbies we do play, but it's always nice to get a derby victory. And we will start off quite well, actually, as we will get a throw in here, and we will swing the ball in with Murray to find Dolberg, but his header actually goes just past the post, and unfortunately we couldn't score there. But we do give away pretty much a silly free kick there from Rennie Adelaide, which is not really ideal, but they do take a quick free kick. I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. I don't think I was paying attention, but they do go through here, take a shot, and the ball just goes past the post. So it's still 0-0. The Bristol Rovers were probably the better side in the first half, but we would get one more opportunity before the break, as Emre Moore were going through here. Obviously using his pace and dribbling to get past the Bristol Rovers defence, and unfortunately his shot was very, very poor, and that's how the game finished at half-time. 0-0 at half-time. Quite disappointing, really. We didn't play particularly well in the game. Like, we had a few opportunities, but Bristol Rovers were kind of edging it a little bit, and I felt like, if we got a goal, we can kind of sit on it, I guess, but I didn't really know where the goal was going to come from. But in the 52nd minute, though, they will try. Well, they do clear the ball away for a throw-in, and we do get a throw-in here, as Boo gives the ball here to Rennie Adelaide to find Doughty, to find Furlong. He'll take a first-range shot, but just goes past left-hand side of the post, and it's still 0-0. So we are still looking for the goal, but pretty much straight from that goal kick. We do win the ball here with Sandals White, gets the ball to Doughty. Doughty plays a lovely through ball to Emre Moore, and he will basically, what he'll do is, lads, he'll just slot that into the far left-hand corner to make it 1-0 to the Town inside 55 minutes. And we do make a couple of substitutions as well, because of fixture lists and stuff like that. We do bring on Luke Norris and Jardim. Obviously, Jardim's our scout future star. Hopefully, he can be a star for us. But, hopefully, he can grow in, physical and stuff like that. And all that kind of good stuff like that. That's what the main aim is for me to do, is just to grow him as much as possible. And then he'll get more game time. But for right now, I'd be sitting on the bench until further notice. But Will Henry makes a very, very good save there to keep it still at 1-0. But then we would get another chance as Jardim comes in here, actually. And he goes past a couple of defenders, waiting for the right pass. Tries to find Goddard. Goddard couldn't get there, though. And they do clear the ball away for a throw-in. But from the throw-in, we'll get a chance here as Johnny Goddard would get swing the ball in to try and find Luke Norris. And he does. But it's a very, very good save by the Rovers goalkeeper to keep it at 1-0 still. But Rovers will get one more chance of the game in the 85th minute, as Matty Taylor will get the ball here. And he will basically play it right in the middle of the park to find Neef. Neef to find Billy Bowden, of all people. Obviously used to play for Swindon. He take a shot, but it took a deflection, and it was a simple save by Will Henry, and that's how the game ends, guys. So we do get a 1-0 victory over the rivals there. Well, a local derby, I guess. Basically we won a derby, which is quite nice, I guess. It was quite convincing, I guess. So, I felt like I said, if we can get a goal and kind of sit on it, I felt like we would have seen out the game, and we did. And that's how the game ended. And you'll see here, there's a few offers coming in for Norris. A couple of bids have been accepted, and a few other things as well, guys. So you guys can see in the background, we did get £400,000 for Norris. I was like, well, no, because he's in part of a swap deal with the goalkeeper. That is literally, they've literally just, Anderlecht have just signed. Well, they basically said 300,000 plus Nuke Norris. And I felt like this is going to be a good decision for me, because we need a new goalkeeper and a young potential goalkeeper, and this is the guy to do it, in my opinion. And I think that's the best option to go for. And we do sign Jonathan Lako, actually, from West Brom on a 1-year loan. And we also put in another bid, I believe, for Marcus Edwards. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Speak to you very soon, guys. So, guys, have a good day, and goodbye.